What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Boompa World, where today we are going back to the movie theater in like 4th grade. Had to pull up and see if these lemurs were really going crazy and moving it, really about it, like how the trailer on Nickelodeon suggested. Madagascar. I feel like Madagascar was like a mini phenomenon for a while. The franchise branched out, it had some sequels, some shorts. There's even like a shitty knockoff too. And they also had the Penguin show that kind of grew stale on Young Boompa. And who could forget the Denny's and Madagascar collab? But today we're not talking about any of that because we're talking about the Madagascar video games, the first one in particular. I'll be nervous if my parents walked in while I was playing as Glory though. But let's look into this game's history and if it's a good time. So Hut 2, you handsome animal, let's escape the zoo and see what the real world has to offer. Kind of Truman Show-esque, don't you think? But before I get into it, be sure to tell your friends about this banger video and subscribe for more like it. Released 3 days before the movie in North America, May 24, 2005. I feel like it was kind of common, but nevertheless weird. Like, who would buy this game day one? How are you dick riding a movie that isn't even out yet? But this game is developed by Toys for Bob, who we actually know for Crash 4 and the Insane Trilogy and Spyro, so are we in some good hands right now? They've been doing it for a minute too though, like they were making MS-DOS games and I mean now they're supporting the Call of Duty franchise. Life comes at you fast. Most of the voice actors don't reprise their role, but it's sound-alikes, and I always thought growing up like that was definitely still Chris Rock and them. But no, just some voice acting. A1. This opening cutscene with nice details, and then we wake up to reality in PS2 graphics world. But yeah, the story is Marty is turning 10. He's tired of the annoying ass city with the annoying ass sounds and wants to explore the great unknown, maybe nature, serenity, his inner self. The game is lighthearted and goofy like the movie. It was always a little more risque than like a Pixar movie. This is DreamWorks. More poopy jokes. But yeah, shield your single-digit age children, as this boy is rated E10+. No babies, no bitches allowed. The intro level serves as a way too easy tutorial. But yeah, we meet all the characters and play a little mini game while learning to control them. Like jumping through rings, a little Gloria race, cleaning Melman's dirty area, and going fishing with the boys before waiting till nightfall for the escape. The gameplay here was super varied and was kind of trying to set the stage for what the game was going to be. The levels still had some little corners worth exploring though too. Like the first couple levels had these little secret arcade cabinets you can discover and play, which was cute even though the games felt like bleh. I always loved little extra things like that, gave the game a little personality and showed they were at least putting effort somewhere. Doing a little extra, running the extra mile for you. But to escape the zoo we gotta abuse this game's stealth mechanics and take out a shit ton of cops. Not too bad honestly. Solving baby's first puzzles will allow us to escape the zoo, but not before our first boss battle, an introduction to like the first antagonist, the Zoo Hunter. Now I don't even know what the hell a Zoo Hunter is besides something created specifically for the Madagascar video game, but I don't know, you tell me. After taking out the first boss battle, we do our little Fortnite dance and make it out the zoo and into the city streets. Everything so far is pretty valid. Gameplay is pretty generic though, nothing is standing out too much. But me and my friends are actually chilling, enjoying this game and playing it over a couple of nights. Recounting Madagascar in the years that have passed. The gray hairs that are growing on my head. I'm only 24. What the heck? But yeah, the city streets level was next. Super pretty. Kind of like Toad Highway with Melman. Going down in the subways and trucking cars with Gloria was pretty fire. And the game constantly switches you from character to character. And you really do feel like the whole squad adventuring through the city. All things gotta come to an end though, as we get Sniper Elite V2'd and end up on a cargo ship. But before we proceed to the next level, I gotta shout out the overworld and the things we get to do in it. Not only is it like level to level and it just looks like nice and colorful, there's a souvenir shop that you go to where you can spend the monkey money you've been collecting. You can unlock outfits for the squad, mini games, bonus upgrades like health and stuff. Toys for Bob knows what they are doing with skins and fun additions and platformers. Look, Marty has a shitty hat. Neat. The mini games you unlock is also what I remember spending the majority of my time on as a kid, and more specifically the putt-putt. They also have Shuffleboard and the Lemur Raid minigame, which are all honestly kind of fun side modes and distractions that make this game feel a little more Madagascar-y, more full, more worth the $7.99 I spent at Game Depot. Aboard the cargo ship, we get to be the penguins, hearing them do the hut 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 joke like 8 times. Sliding around on your belly is fun, and I felt light and airy when I played as him. Each character did have physics and feeling to them. We had to get rid of a couple sailors the hard way. It's definitely a kid's game, which duh, but it's thoughtful level design at least, that some licensed games didn't even bother with, just drop you in some basic world with blocks. This just felt a lot more thought out. And but yeah, the zoo hunter is on trash again though, and we have a nerf war with him on the boat to end this level. Man was eating our green poison bullets after everyone else would just be falling down after one shot. Some of the in-between can feel mundane, but like so much to do in just the first like hour and a half, 2 hours. The little bonuses and attention to detail is appreciated, but at the root of it all, it's just a pretty mediocre platformer so far. But let's see if the island segment can swoop in and wow me, take me off my feet. But yeah, the first island level does feel like the best one yet. Little spider caves protecting the lemurs through an attack, and just overall more imaginative designs with the more freedom they had. Even the soundtrack feels a little more, it got better. After that fire-ass linear level though, it introduces a more open level with totems around where you can switch from character to character whenever you want. And then you have to like go to specific parts of the level, maybe play a mini game, maybe do a platforming thing that only one dude could do. It's honestly cooler in theory, but this is still sweet. It's kind of like, I could definitely see Kid Me turning up to Cockroach Whack-A-Mole or Grab the Onion from Spidey's the mini game. A level preparing a banquet kind of devolves to mundane tasks in the end, but I saw their intention and maybe it made some kids have fun. Maybe it taught them how to use your strengths to work as a team. There's a lot of little missions, and if you didn't know what to do, Maurice would give hints, which was nice for any little kid, and my fruit gusher brain too. Interacting with a bunch of little characters was cool, and I mean, like, this puts you in the Madagascar world, and I did not remember all these minigames as a kid, and remembered it more as a proper adventure, which is maybe just the amount of smokescreen they needed for a kid's game, for the kids to buy in. Its considerable charm carried it for me too. Like, look at this tree in the next levels. Pimples, like, ew, bro. Melman has to carry this part of the game as he destroys the bugs, and right after that he has to save Mort from Alex because Alex, our trusty lion, is in psychosis. I remember this part of the movie, it scared me, and he's like imagining everyone is like a T-bone. I think he bites Marty too, but yeah, we have to do precise platforming to avoid him while he's calling like our name. It was kind of creepy in the. Each level did get better as the game went on, it felt like, and
we did it!
Phew! If we hadn't stayed above the ground, I think I might have been a goner!
It actually started to become a pleasant surprise. Just the onslaught of lame minigames might turn off a hardcore gamer like you. To get Alex back to reality, we tried to bring him back home, so to speak, so the next level had us creating a fake Statue of Liberty. Like, similar to the banquet level, it was an open level accomplishing 10 little mini missions with games and platforming alike. This level was really fun, or else I was just getting used to the song and dance of this game. You would probably get lost in these levels as a kid, and which would boost the playtime a lot, but I was just running through them, and this game was extremely short, like if you actually focused on the level and just played it. Despite this, it was still fun. The cutscene surprisingly had a lot of story from the movie packed in, and even though Alex tried to eat us and we were set to go, Marty had a moment. He's like, I gotta save him. I gotta save him from his own demons. So while we were fighting this like fake ass accent crocodile and racing him down the Shangri-La slide doing some stupid ass shenanigans, Alex regains his sanity and realizes what he did. But he's like in the worst spot ever and has to fight like the Fusa and their boss all alone. Like, wow, whoa, 1 on fucking 50 million. The penguins make a cute little cameo there. They drop, spoilers. But yeah, they drop us and we get like a new upgraded punch. But yeah, we go God of War mode on this dude, start hacking and clawing our way. And then Marty flies through oblivion after we do everything onto our dead final boss, and he's like trying to be funny. But yeah, we turn up with the lemurs one last time. That was really it. The final boss, we beat their ass. And that was like every level of the game like thoroughly talked about. And just, yeah. And we partied with the lemurs one last time, and it kind of made me salty because I wanted to hear the song. Could they not have just licensed the one song? I like to move it, move it.
I hereby pronounce the party celebrating the preparations for the party honoring our liberators to begin immediately following the pre-parties. Pre-party!
It doesn't feel right with this stock music, but I guess it'll do. The island is lit, the characters are back together again, and we ended up with a pretty interesting platformer experience. Nothing like we've seen on this channel so far. Although a lot of the minigames I could have did without, it definitely felt like an interactive movie experience of Madagascar more than a platformer. Almost. Giving the characters space to always make a joke or something to happen or a cutscene to play or something to just, yeah. So the credits roll, and I guess that's really that. I'll have to come back with a friend and show you guys the amazingness that is Madagascar Mini Putt, because it is fire. I like the custom outfits in the shop with unlockables. I like the variety of levels, especially once you get on the island. It wasn't all Crash Bandicoot level 1 Temple Run graphics. It was actually a lot of variety. I feel like it's a great kids game, and I see why I remember it fondly. It's not really worth your time as an adult, but it was definitely fun to look back on and think of when Madagascar was kind of like that big thing. But now me and Madagascar are both old and decrepit. Life comes at you fast. And also, I really like the soundtrack too. It was pretty catchy and honestly a little memorable. The overworld music. So that's just a total bonus. The presentation and amount of systems present in the game was just impressive. Even if the level design in some moments just held it back from being a complete certified hood classic. But yeah, that's all we got time for today. I hope you enjoyed running through Madagascar with me and just looking back. I hope you made it to the end. If you made it to the end, rewatch the first movie and tell me if it sucks. Be sure to like and subscribe, and please help the channel out. Show your friends at school, at work, at church, in jail.